All right, so sampler. Now sampler has samples in it, okay? In this case, very long pads. And sampler instruments are different. They don't create sounds on their own. They create sounds from samples. And I have zones. I have the sample itself, which is this guy. That can be hot swapped into anything other. If I swap it in another pad into this, another sampler, sample into that, I get a different sound. Okay. All right, now simpler is basically a much more restrained version of sampler. It's like the dumber cousin from, wherever. Okay, now I just have one sound in here. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but if you right click in here, right down there, you can go simpler to sampler, question mark. Okay, so they're related. Tension is a physical model, again, of a string. So it's basically two elements. It's the string, how it's plucked, and then how it acts after that. Okay, it's kind of like sculpture in logic. That's tension. Lastly, what I call the drag-on. If I take any sample into an empty MIDI slot, I get immediately a quick sampler out of it. And here, I drug like a 15-minute space odyssey that I did somewhere else into a simpler. And here it is. Okay, I just have the very beginnings of it there. If I go to the hot swap, I can see where I grabbed that. See, no, if I hot swap it here, that's going to hot swap the instrument itself. If I hot swap here, I can see the actual sample that I used. So I'm going to take another piece of audio and drop it in to an empty MIDI slot. And sure enough, up comes a simpler, and it's reading it. And then I can play this guy, I think. Maybe I don't start right on top. Yeah. Okay, so I have to set a start point. And then maybe I'll just get it right on out. And this is, again, a long piece of audio. So I set the start times this way. And then I can set the end times the same. Just grab this thing. Make a little loop there. It's not going to loop for me until I hit loop. Okay, so this is a way to quickly just make samples right out of any piece of audio. So I call it the drag on. Start point, end point. You can see the cursor going there. Okay, so that is the live device and the drag on. Okay. In the next session, we're going to get some little navigational things out of the way.